Pack your bags, the plane awaits. We'll see sunsets in 50
I am
states.
here to give you the latest update with the Canada Caregiver Pathway for the year 2025. So I would say stick with me because you need to hear this update. Yes, I know that you've heard that Canada has a lot of routes. They've opened a lot of routes: the Francophone, the Rural Community Pathway, the Caregiver Pathway, and I know you've heard all that. But this is just about the latest update with the Caregiving Canada Pathway. So if you're not in that Caregiving Canada Pathway, well, I would really say just flip, because someone you love, someone you know might be interested in this. So we do know that yes, this caregiver pathway will be open March 31st, 2025. But there is something that everyone might just be missing. Why don't you stick around and get to know more about it? My name is Tivia and I welcome you to Immigration Focus. And this is our good news channel where we get to deliver only good news. We don't want bad news. If this is your first time, Sarah and Gail, welcome to the wonderful Good News Group. And for my abiding, lovely community, thank you so much for staying here with me. I know I've not been around for some time. I've been so busy. Not so busy that I wouldn't come bring up good news to you, but things get to happen sometimes. So thank you so much for bearing with me. But your girl is back, and I am back with full force to give you more research and to show you more ways by which you can migrate to your land of dreams, either alone or with your family. So let's get to this latest update. So on the IRCC portal, they did say March 31st, 2025 for the caregiver pathway. However, there is something people might just be missing, which is what I'd really love to maybe analyze. But this is not don't take it hook, line, and sinker. It's something that it's a suggestion and opinion that comes from observation of that portal and the way the Canadian government works and does and releases news from time to time. Okay, so basically they did say, I think in that bracket, I wrote it down. I'm going to look at it. It says, with more details shortly. So they wrote the dates, but then they added with more details shortly. Now, a lot of people don't want to look at this, or maybe their mind have not really got into that. So recently, we have heard of, last year when Canada keeps making laws, keep changing their laws, putting off people that came in with visits that were looking for ways to turn to PR and all of that. Even students, they had to cut it down, increase their not rates. So they had to even raise the verification fee and all of that to like 20,000 Canadian dollars. And if you're not studying masters, then don't even dream of coming with your family and all of that. So they had a lot of things they change in law. And I have people saying Canada is not, you can't just hold them to their words, because they can say blue tomorrow and next tomorrow they turn red, and the upper one they turn yellow or green. But are you going to give up? No. When you're willing, you eat the good of the land. So let me just go straight to analyzing this, just so you can get ready. So basically, requirements for this pathway is get CLB for have at least 6 months of experience especially in caregiving. You should have, of course, your passport, your credentials, your CV tailored to the Canadian style, remember? So these are the basic requirements. But something that might just be shocking about this, more details to come, is looking at what is happening in Canada from my research and people in living in Canada. Canada might not really be taking much people from outside Canada this time around. Don't get me wrong. it doesn't mean you will not have a chance, but they might not be taking much people. Why? Because there are lots of people inside Canada who are actually qualified for some of these parts and they are going to apply. So it seems Canada is coming up with the notion that they need to settle those already inside Canada before they get to look outwards to like take up people to complete. And then you know that it might just be little, maybe not little, but just not as much as they used to before. So they are focused on giving PR to those that are already in Canada, and this might make them to just give like few slots to international applicants. It doesn't mean you should give up, remember. It does not mean you should give up. Do what you can and leave the rest to God. Because as of last year, I think they took like 2,750 home caregivers or child home caregivers. Yes, home child caregiver pathway took 2,750, and they also took home support worker pilot way, and they also took the home support worker pilot way. They took like 2,750 slots for that. So but one good thing, that is in total 5,500. There is news that it might not really be up to that for this caregiver. Remember, this is just observation. It does not mean you should give up. So one other thing that will really benefit you in this is if you have a sibling in Canada, remember, they can also hire you, especially if they have the required income to be able to hire you as a caregiver. So I'm just telling you this so that when it happens, you're not just going to be so surprised. But don't give up, because even if they take 2 people, even if they dish out 5 slots, that 5 slots could just be for you and then for other person. All right, so this is what I have for you today. I'm here because I care. I don't want you to get any shocking news again. So, but keep your fingers crossed. I'll be bringing you news from all around the world on how you can relocate with your family to your land of dreams. Once again, my name is Tivia saying thank you for joining me and see you on the next video. Bye for now.
Dreams unfold this magic ride.